Hi everyone. Are you guys ready for this class? Language examples. We're really going to focus on state of being verbs. We've gone over state of being verbs, but now, since we know all 12 of our tenses, we're going to understand state of being verbs even better, because I think that is so confusing. A lot of people do not fully understand them, and it's because you don't understand your tenses. The English language is very interesting because our parts of speech can be different, right? Love can be noun or verb. And if you're really good with manipulating your words to form things, it could probably be other things. Like if you put an ly on love, it's going to say lovely, which can be an adjective. And if you're really good at manipulating your words, I'm sure you can move it into an adverb. But now let's look at love as the subject. Now, the love of my child Paul is strong. See how that's the subject. Now, when you use this abstract noun, then most of the time when you use abstract nouns, you need to use prepositional phrases to help understand that. And then now we have the verb love. Daniel loves skiing. See how we have, now we have our plural s on there because it's the third person singular. But see how we can put it in first person. Now we just have the basic love. I love skiing. Now look at this one. The love of my child Paul is strong. What is this? Is it a be verb or is it a linking verb? What kind of verb is it? Okay. And everybody knows is a verb. And is will be one of those words that you know will be verbs. Okay, Dan, do you know what is? Is it linking? It's a linking verb. Now, this one's a little bit easier because if you could put strong in front of love, the strong love of my child Paul, then you know that it's basically your basic linking verb. But this can confuse people. Now, I want you guys to think and then plan on this. Never plan on one word giving you what you would expect. You never plan on that one word always being the same thing. You never plan on one word always being a noun. You never plan on one word always being a verb. Don't plan on it. And with me saying that, there are a few words that are very simple, like is, always a verb. And the are almost always adjectives. But every now and then, if you're so good with manipulating and how you work your sentences, sometimes those articles can be changed a little bit. And then you do have the few words though that will probably always be a verb. Okay, the be verbs are, but just don't plan on always one word. There's so many more words than your 8 be verbs. Just plan on that. Now let's look at the word opposed. What does opposed mean? Not agreeing. Yeah, you're not agreeing with something. See how you can have why this is doubled, you have your Latin root right here, pose, and your prefix right there. That's why there's a double P right here. Lisa has been opposed to hauling wood in the winter. What is that tense? What is the verb?
Has.
Okay. Has been
opposed.
Has been opposed. So this is your verb. Has been opposed. Tell me the tense.
Past.
No.
Oh. Present.
Present.
Future.
Yeah, Paul, Dan.
Oh, but it's the ED.
This is what's so fun.
Progressive.
Ah.
Present. Progressive perfect.
No, okay, so this is what can be tricky. This is what kind of verb? Present, past, future, has. What is it?
It's present.
It is present. So this has tells you the time. It is in the present, okay? Been is our what? No, can't be progressive because INGs are progressive. What is been? It's perfect.
Perfect. Well, no, but the opposed is perfect.
Exactly. That's why this is so important for you to see. Present, perfect, perfect. Present, perfect. This verb is your present perfect tense. Now, some people are like, well, what is that? It's your present perfect. Present perfect. Okay? The Ben puts it in perfect, oppose puts it in perfect. What is this, Paul?
It's present perfect.
How do you know that?
Because has is present and been opposed is perfect.
Nice. So been and opposed is perfect. Okay.
So is has.
And has is, but has is putting you in a certain part of time, right? And it's putting you in the present perfect. All these are perfect words, right? Every one of these are perfect words. This word puts you in the present, okay? Daniel, I love that you said that. So we have to be careful with our auxiliary verbs. Now, Lisa has been opposed to hauling wood in the winter, which I am. My husband wanted me to help him haul wood yesterday, and thankfully I was not home because I don't like working in the cold. I really wanted you guys to see this word charity. I love this word. So when you look it up in the dictionary, you're going to say help the poor. But when you look it up in the scriptures, what is it?
Pure love of
the pure love of Christ. So here, charity is just helping the poor, or giving money, or giving objects, which is a good thing. But some people say, well, I don't want your charity. But in the scriptures, charity comes from here, right? It's in your heart. It's what you possess. Do you possess charity? If you possess charity, then it will be well with you, right? At the end of your life. So it's the pure love of Christ. I just thought it would be fun to throw in a dictionary word right there. Now look at this sentence, you guys. I actually have this on my wall. My God has been my support. Tell me what this is. What is your tense in here?
Has been.
Has been. Okay, so let's break this apart. What are we going to put on the subject line?
God.
God. Whoops. And then my, right?
Yeah.
My God. And then on the verb line is what?
Been.
Has been.
Support.
So what is support?
PA.
So Daniel says it's a predicate adjective.
Just like trees.
Now this is where it gets interesting. So Daniel says, oh, you put a direct object line here. And I know people that are love grammar will maybe disagree with me on this, but I am not going to put has been as linking verbs. Some people do. I am not. So you can only do this if it's a linking verb. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to put these as linking verbs. I think if you put has or has been as linking verbs, it causes confusion with your perfect tenses. So I'm not allowing that. I am saying this is an adjective, okay? Describing God because he has been my support. But I am not linking it back to the subject. I'm just saying, yes, he has been my support. And sometimes we'll have some goofy things like this, but I am not putting it as a linking verb, okay?
Shouldn't you have support over under God instead of on its own?
Well, the reason why I can't have it under God, because, and I agree with you on that's tricky. So this one might be an unusual way to diagram. So I can't have it under God because it's truly, truly in my predicate.
Alright, and then put it under has been then.
And it has been only will take, this is an adjective. and adjectives can't describe verbs.
Put it under my.
And so my is describing support. So this one is really tricky, but I will not put has been as a linking verb. So it's actually really, really difficult to diagram.
It's not a direct object though.
And it's not a direct object. So this one is a really tricky sentence to actually diagram because I refuse to put this right here as a linking verb. Some people do, I will not. I did want you guys to see my really cute sign that I put together that has this right here. Do you want to show it, Dan? I just made that a couple months ago. And anyways, it looks really pretty. My God has been my support. And it's one of my favorite scriptures. Sometimes it is actually harder to diagram scripture, but that is a really hard one to diagram because I refuse to say that it is actually a linking verb. I'm not doing it. But there are ways that we can work around that in other things. So you can manipulate your word to become an adjective. This is supposed to be adjective, ran out of space. Adverbs, places, to be absolutely amazing ways to describe things. Describing, asking questions. It's about communicating, okay? Communicating is amazing. Now let's look at this sentence. In our home, we support one another. What's the support here?
Verb.
It's a verb. Now see how support in the other one was an adjective, right? So I'm sure if you manipulated it enough, you can use it as a noun, right? We can change things up depending on what you want to say. In your home, love like crazy. What's love here? Part of speech is love.
Verb.
It's a verb here. What's your subject?
Home.
No, look, in your home. That's a prepositional phrase. You, it's assumed.
Oh, okay.
So see, have fun with your words. Don't be shy. Once you know all of your tenses, you have more freedom because you understand how to use your words properly. Now this is where it gets crazy exciting. I'm not kidding you guys. This is so fun to use and you will not understand this if you don't understand all 12 of your tenses. Daniel is exhausted. Do you think exhausted is the participle? No. Paul says no.
I was just kidding.
Do you think exhausted is the participle? This is really tricky.
What's the participle again?
Your past participles are your EDs, or see like your bens, irregulars, and your...
I think it is.
Your present participles are your INGs. So you think this is the participle?
Part of it, yeah.
Okay, so this is where it can be really crazy and confusing. Now, is a be verb. Okay? Is always a be verb. It's an irregular be verb because this is very confusing. We know the is belongs with our INGs, right? But it's with an ED. The reason why this is allowed is because this right here is not considered your past participle in a sense that it's working as the verb. It is considered your past participle, but it's working as an adjective. Okay, can you see that? So is cannot go with the EDs unless the ED is an adjective. Okay?
Why? Where's the rule for that?
Because is goes with all your progressives. But is a linking verb. Is a be verb. Is a state of being verb. So in this one, this is really fun because in this one, it is a linking verb and it's a state of being verb. You can do this if you are using it as a linking verb or a state of being verb, or they're combined as one. That's when you do this. Isn't that fun? When you're looking at that, you're like, well, is always goes with the progressive tense. But not when it's used as a be verb, a state of being verb, not just your be verb, a state of being verb or attached to as a linking verb. Look at this. Exhausted is giving us details, right? Daniel is the one being exhausted, right? So he is in the state of being exhausted. So is a state of being verb. Is linking exhausted back to Daniel.
So you could say Daniel is being exhausting, and that would be you're talking about Daniel.
Daniel is being, yes. If I love how you said that. Daniel is being exhausting. And then it is that Daniel is the one actually doing the exhausting. But here, Daniel is in the state of being exhausted. So is a state of being verb. It's also a linking verb. It's working as a team. Fun, huh? See, is this right here is linking and a state of being. Boys, when you're learning all of that stuff and you're like, is exhausted, well, what does that mean? Because is not supposed to go with your past tense participle. But it can when it's linking something, when it's linking something and when it's a state of being. I want you to remember that each word is special. Each word can be changed around. Just think that that can happen. Just know that there can be exceptions. Just think of it as that. Now that you are going out into harder things, just think each word is special. Each word can be changed around. Just have that in your mind so you can manipulate the English language to what you want the word to say. Does that make sense? I know there are sections that we say this is a noun, the kitchen is a noun, right? Running is a verb. Or run is a verb. But know that we can manipulate our language to be other things. But I want you to disregard have, has, and had as linking verbs and state of being verbs. I do not want you to think of it as that. It causes confusion. If you want to say that these are linking verbs and state of being verbs, it's going to make problems when you are in your progressive tense verbs. Do not use these as linking verbs or state of being verbs. And honestly, I think the people that, and I am not trying to make anybody mad, but honestly, I think the people that want to put these as linking verbs do not truly understand the 12 tenses and what it could cause confusion with. So, don't do it. Don't do it. Now, or make your own decision, but I'm not doing it. I don't want you to do it, okay? I do not want you to have, has, and had as linking verbs. Don't do it. Don't do it. That was so funny. Are you going to put these as have, has, and had as linking verbs or state of being verbs? Are you going to make have, has, and had a linking verb or a state of being verb? No, we're saving those for... All right, so now let's look at this sentence. Daniel's birthday brownies are delicious and rich. Now, look at this. Are delicious and rich. Is that a linking verb or a state of being verb? Paul, is this a linking verb or a state of being verb? Okay, so Paul says state of being. Daniel whispered state of being to Paul. So Paul, I want you to really understand this. We're getting into really hard stuff. So all of the beginning stuff was, this is the way it is, this is the way it is. And now we're going in to helping you truly understand harder things. Is this a linking verb or a state of being verb to you? Can you say delicious brownies? Rich brownies? Can you say that? So this can be a linking verb.
I was actually thinking linking verb after I said
so
verb.
Look how this can go. This is a trick question on this.
It actually looks like it could be both.
Oh my gosh, did you just hear him? He says it looks like it can be both, which is so true.
You said it was a trick question, so let's be someone.
This is a trick question. So we have Daniel's birthday brownies. And then we have are, delicious and rich. Delicious and rich. Okay? So look, it's coming back. Delicious and rich are describing the brownies. But look, it's also a state of being. They are in a state of being delicious and rich. They exist that way. A state of being means you're existing. They are existing in that state. Okay? So if you can answer both questions, then you know if it's going to be a linking verb or a state of being verb, or if it's going to be both. Because sometimes it's only a linking verb, and sometimes it's only a state of being verb, but sometimes it's both. The deer, I'm putting this as singular because I'm saying one deer is resting peacefully in my backyard, which typically more than one deer, but so the deer was resting peacefully in my backyard. What is was?
Past tense.
Okay, it's past tense. Is it a linking or a state of being verb? Or could it be your progressive tense? What do you think it is?
Trick question. It's none of them.
This is your present participle acting as an adjective, the resting deer. See how you can say that? The resting deer was peaceful in my backyard. I mean, you'd have to change up your sentence if you did that, but so you would have to change it up here too. But if you can move it, so this can be a linking verb, but it could also be a state of being verb. See how the deer, what state of being was it in? It was being in a resting state. Just because there's so much confusion in some of our words when you're saying, well, what is this? What is this? I'm not understanding it. Well, it could be different things, and we need to understand that. And how we understand that is truly knowing the rules and how to answer the questions. The socks are woven from wool. Now, this one is a little bit different. What do you think the are is in here?
Helping verb.
Okay, so Daniel says it's a helping verb. What do you think the are is in here, Paul? This one is really tricky, actually. This confuses so many people. What do you think, Paul?
State of being.
Okay, now, this is a linking verb or a state of being verb. It cannot be a helping verb in here. Why do we know that? Woven is your past participle of weave. Woven is the past participle. It is an irregular verb. So there is no way that that's where the confusion can happen. If you save this for your past participle, then you know right here is going to be either a linking verb or a state of being verb, or both. So let's ask the question. Is it the woven socks from wool? Is it? Yes or no, boys?
Yes.
Yes. Can that work? Yes. Okay, so is that a linking verb? Yeah. If you can put woven and understand it's the woven socks, you know it's a linking verb. But are the socks in a... Daniel's thinking that this for him is only a state of being verb. I personally think it can be both. I think you can say the woven socks, but he thinks that then it's going to make a completely different sentence. But now with that's when you manipulate your words to just change up the sentence to make it something different. And we are completely allowed, if you know your English and you know your grammar, then you're allowed to say, I don't want it to be that way. But me personally, I believe this can be a linking verb because I feel that we can have the woven socks that are made from wool, right? But then you'd have to change that. Are made. So see how you would have to change things up. Now, but the state of being, this is where Daniel thinks that the state of being, this is a state of being verb for him.
Okay, wait, but when you changed up that sentence, Mom,
Right.
The being.
Yeah, exactly. So it changed things up, yes. But in here, if I can put it as, if it makes sense to put it in front right here as a adjective, then we know that this can be a linking verb. No matter what, if we can put this as an adjective, we know it can be a linking verb. Okay? Because linking verbs link predicate adjectives back to the subject. State of being verbs tell it's a state of being woven. So these socks are in a state of being woven. They will always be woven. They are in that state of being. They exist as a woven sock. Here is something that I think is so fun. Okay, now helping verbs tell time. Where can you see that? Helping verbs tell time. How can you know that?
Were is in past tense.
Awesome.
And that tells you it's in the past.
It
doesn't really give you
in the present
more than that.
Exactly. So think of them as telling time. So we have am, are, and is. That's the telling time as in the present. Okay? And then we have was and were tells the time as in the past. Have and has tells the present. Had tells the past. What else do we have?
What about the future?
How about the future? Will have tells the future. Will be tells the future. So we have helping verbs that tell time. So you think of that in a time area. So we also have sometimes the main verb tells the time, and sometimes the helping verb tells the time. I would say if you're having a helping verb linked to your progressive tense or your perfect tense, it's going to be telling a lot of time until you get into your modals, right? Well, a lot of modals do tell time. We also know these linking verbs, helping verbs, state of being verbs. They are known for being in the conditions. Okay? What is a condition? What's the condition? The condition of this chair is a little bit off. The condition of that chair says it's damaged. So we need to fix it and repair it. So the condition means what? Exactly, I love that, Dan. It's the state of being. Condition means it's the state of being. It's the action that it's in. Okay? What condition is the verb in? Is it in a state of being or is it in an action? So let's look at these two sentences. Lisa seems to have changed the look of the sunroom. Okay, seems in that is a state of being or is it an action? What do you think, Paul? Is it a state of being or is it an action?
Action.
Okay, Paul says action. Daniel, what do you say? Lisa seems to have changed the look of the sunroom.
I think it's state of being.
This one is actually an action. Because, look, what's your direct object?
Look.
Nice. This is look.
Do state of beings not have direct objects?
State of beings do not have direct objects. That's why we know that this is an action. Right here. Does that make sense? So this is an action. So, but look at this one. Lisa seems happy. What's this one? The state of being?
State of being.
This one is, because see, look, this also is a sense. So a lot of our senses can be linking verbs. And so I am in a state of being happy. Lisa seems happy. That means I am in a state of being happy. So see how it can be doing different things. Now, if you have it and you have a direct object, you know it's going to be an action right here. How can you change this into a passive? Take this and put it in your subject.
The look of Lisa's sunroom.
Oh, I like that. The look of Lisa's sunroom. Or you could say the look of the sunroom seems to have changed. And then you can either omit the subject in that one, which I think totally sounds fine to omit it, or you can put it in so everybody knows whose sunroom it is. And then you have the passive. Seems is doing two different things in these examples. I want you to determine, is the verb the state of being or is it an action? So just ask those questions. Now remember, we can have them state of being or linking verbs as a team. They work as a team. So that's a lot of times when people are reading things and they're just going, well, is it a state of being? Seems like it. but it also seems like it's a linking verb. Well, it can be both. So don't get all confused about that. Now, these also are showing the remain. It's remaining. Think about that. It's remaining the same. It's existing. State of being in a sentence. It's showing the remain for the state of being in the sentence. It is linking back to the subject. Is it linking back to the subject? Ask the question. Is it linking back to the subject? Well, it is linking back to the subject, so you know if you have a linking verb and if it's showing the remain, then you know you have a state of being verb. It's doing both things, or it's doing one or the other. Let's look at this sentence. We were touched. What is were?
Past tense.
It is past. Can this be a past tense with the participle? So this is the reason why you do not want have, has, and had as your linking verb. It'll mess with your past participle. We do not want it to mess with your past participle. This also tells us that, what voice is this in? Are you receiving the touched, or are you touching somebody?
We are receiving the touch.
You're receiving the touch. That means this is in passive voice. Remember, was and were helps you stay in passive. Okay? So we are receiving the touched. So what state of being are you being? Your heart is being touched. What state? So see how you can use lots of these past participles or your past tense verb with your was and were. That's where, when you look at the beginning of the lessons and stuff, you're thinking, well, I know that there's sentences out there that go with your past participle, but they're not considered your past participle unless they're considered a past participle as the adjective. It's not considered your past participle as the verb. Okay? It's considered your past participle as the adjective or a state that you're being in. Okay? It's the state that you're being in that you're touched. I was frozen. Okay, what's this?
Passive.
What? Oh, it's a passive voice. You are the one that's being frozen. You're not the one freezing people. You're not the one doing the freezing. You are being frozen. So it is the passive voice. So what do we have here? Is it the state of being or a linking verb? Are you in a state of being frozen?
State of being.
It is definitely a state of being. It's also a linking verb. You are linking back. This is an adjective. You're linking back to being frozen. So this is functioning as an adjective. Remember, your participles function as adjective. Because you're using the word was, then you know it's your state of being or your linking verb. They're working as a team to tell you what's going on here. This is linking it back, but then it's also saying it's a state of being. It's linking it back, but it's also saying this is a state that I'm in. They are gone. What about here? Gone is your past participle. So it's linking it back to they. It's a state of being gone. So it's both. This are is linking this back to they. Well, who's gone? Well, they are. Okay? So it's linking it back. But it's also a state of being that you are gone. Mom is concerned.
State of being.
Is a state of being and a linking verb. Because can is go with concerned? Can you have this as your past participle? No, because is does not work with this as a past participle. And remember, if it's in the past, it doesn't take a linking verb. And if it's in the perfect, this is the wrong. If it's in the past, it doesn't take a helping verb. Remember that? Past, simple past do not take helping verbs. So we know it's not the simple past. So, well, this is a helping verb. It looks like a helping verb. Could this be your participle? your past participle. It can't be the past participle of the verb. It's your past participle as an adjective. Participles are adjectives also. They're shared. So it is describing mom. Mom is in a state of being concerned. This is linking concerned back to mom. This is an adjective describing mom. So I put all of your past participles in here. So you're seeing how that works. And see how these all, they go your progressive tense. And so if you can see that you have your past participle in all of these and a progressive tense verb, you know that this is either a state of being verb or a linking verb. Right off the bat, you know that. Because only have, has, and had can go on your participle, your past participle, if you want it to be a verb. So if you're seeing it like this, you know it's a state of being or a linking when it's sitting on an ed or an irregular, as in the participle end. Okay, this is a participle. This is a past participle acting as the adjective describing mom. I am captured. What is this, Dan?
Linking verb.
It's a linking verb. It's also a state of being verb. You are in a state of being captured. Okay, so when you built your sentence, check for your linking verb and make sure it fits. So make sure it fits. Make sure, you know what's so fun when you actually understand your grammar is you can manipulate your words how you want them and what you want them to say, and your computer is not doing the work for you. You're understanding what's going on in your sentences because you're understanding your grammar. So you built. So what is built?
A verb.
Okay, I like that. Daniel, it's built. I should have asked a better question. What tense is this?
Past.
Okay, this is the past in here. So see how in here it's the past and there's not a helping verb. Now let's say I put you have built your sentence. It's the past participle sitting in the present.
No, because have is present.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's still the past participle if I say have. No, if you have, like, number one, simple tense is build. Number two is your past, right? Your simple past, which is built. Number three is your progressive. We're talking about principal parts. Number three is progressive, which is building. Number four is your principal part, which is built. Okay? So if you put a helping verb have built, that's in your perfect tense with your past participle, even though it's still in the present. It's so confusing. Okay, if I say have built, that would be your past participle. Your four principal parts. Think about your four principal parts. It's your past participle sitting in the present because you're using have. That's the present.
But it's just perfect.
But it's still, no matter what, it's perfect present, but it's still your past participle.
Okay.
Because let me show you this. So you have your principal parts. This is important, your principal parts. How many principal parts are they? 1, 2, 3, 4. You have build. What's the second one? Which is your simple. What's the second one?
Built.
Built, which is your past.
You're right.
3, which is building, which is your progressive. And 4, built, which is your past.
We already have built.
Right. So right here is your past. This is your past participle. Or in.
Two is the present. I mean past part.
This is the past, and this is the past participle.
Okay.
This is the simple past participle. Okay? No matter what, this is the past participle. Number 4 is always imperfect. This is past, simple past. Number 4 is perfect.
I thought 4 was like was built.
When you say was, when you're saying it as was right here, you're using not a helping verb, it's a linking verb, and a be verb. You're using that to be with your participle acting as an adjective. This is your participle. This is not the participle. This is the past principal part. This is the participle which acts as an adjective.
So it's just called past participle?
Yes.
Instead of just...
But all of your perfects go with your past participle. All of your perfects hit with your past participle. If you want it to be acting as the verb, you need to put it with your have, has, and had. And that's what we did right here. If we said, you have built.
Okay.
But it's still your past participle. Acting in the present.
Right.
So I want you to internalize it, okay, boys? I want you to internalize your be verbs. What does that mean? Take it in. Remember them. Know what they do. Take it in. I just said that. Take it in. Make the be verb part of your vocabulary. If you're understanding how the be verb works, make it part of your vocabulary and understand them. The be verbs are very confusing. Ask yourself this question: is the subject doing the action? If you can ask yourself that question, it's going to make all the difference. That will help you decide if it's a state of being verb or your past participle with a helping verb. I know that was confusing. Hopefully I made it a little bit more clear and that you're understanding this. If you can understand this, you are going to be able to construct sentences and do the sentences that you want to do and not your computer. All right, we love you guys and take care.